And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. The Georgia Southern Eagles returning home after playing the last couple games on the road. They'll be hosting Ball State, coming off a tough loss on the road at UAB, in which they were trailing by 21-0. Were able to get back to within a score at 28-21, and then an interception. Their third turnover of the game ended up proving costly, and they ended up losing that one 35-21. This week they'll be taking on Ball State. Ball State coming off a victory, a shutout victory over Murray State this past week, and they're going to be back at Paulson Stadium for a big game. We'll preview that, hear from Coach Helton and some of the players. As for our area high school football, everybody back in action this week. 3 teams in town, as the Portal Panthers will be in action in Portal. The Bulloch Academy Gators hosting Savannah High, and Statesboro High hosting Burke County. We'll have highlights of all those games for you at statesboroherald.com later Friday night and into Saturday. We'll hear from those coaches, and we'll also hear from Jared Zito and Southeast Bulloch as they are in action on the road at Hephzibah. We also have some high school softball action to get to. All that and more coming up on Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com. McCooks Pharmacy, located on Highway 80 East, is family owned and operated by Lynn and Janie McCook, as well as their son, Josh McCook. Serving the Bulloch County area since 2005, McCooks Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service where the customers come first. Vaccinations are available, including shingles, flu, pneumonia, and Tdap. Drive-through service is available with 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. McCooks Pharmacy offers free local deliveries, and new customers are always welcome. Continuing the tradition of our family caring for your family, McCooks Pharmacy, Highway 80 East. It's now time for our Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Morris Bank. Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles returning home to Paulson Stadium after 2 weeks on the road, coming off a tough loss to UAB, in which they were able to trim a 21-0 deficit down to 28-21 in the fourth quarter, but 3 interceptions ended up costing the Eagles the victory there, and now they're hoping to rebound this week as they get back to Paulson Stadium after those 2 weeks on the road. They'll be hosting Ball State. We had a chance to talk with head coach Clay Helton and a few of the players about the matchup.
I think the good thing about having an older experienced group just throughout the whole team is you have those. There's not really a lot of panic going on. Usually you have the old guys who've been through this for a while. They understand when adversity hits, you just got to sit down, take a deep breath, and do your job. There's definitely things that we could have done better when it comes to just execution up front. And those are things that we got to improve on this week. But when it comes to just the true fight and the calm nature of, hey, do your job, there's no need to panic right now. I think that's what it really showed. Paulson is a special place to play. And, Nebraska was a great environment. UAB was interesting to play at, but playing at Paulson is special. And so I do hope we have it like game 1 where it's packed out. Everyone in town's coming, and that energy is special. That energy, it's fearful for some teams when they come in here, just because, some teams don't see that. And so for us, I'd love to see this place rocking again. Paulson's a special place, and I'm excited to be back home.
We need to do a better job tackling, getting guys on the ground. And, that's something that, every day practice and walk through and stuff like that, that's something that we're going to try to attack every day to improve as a defense, because, up front, front 7, we'll handle business, but once things break outside of that, we have to do a better job of tackling. So tackling is definitely something that, we're going to take action towards. When it's going to be a fist fight as a defensive lineman, that's what we do, but it's definitely been some physical games, man. And, been on the plane ride and been on the bus ride, it's like, oh, boy, I feel it the next day, But, really taking care of being in the training room, ice tub, go and see Nick, our trainer, and you know what I'm saying, doing the things that we need to do to prepare and get ready for the next week.
Credit to our kids. We came together when we were 21-0 and said, hey guys, these are the alterations and changes that we're going to make. If we execute better, you're going to look up and in the fourth quarter you're going to be in this game, but it's probably going to take that whole amount of time to get there, and we're going to have to claw, fight, and scratch at every play. And you look up, and with 8 minutes left in the game, we've got the ball. It's 28-21, the exact same situation we had at Nebraska, and this time we didn't get it done. I thought we improved from game 1 to game 2. In this time, going from game 2 to game 3, obviously the turnovers were a huge factor, and ultimately we came up losing because of it. This is an important game for us, one being back at home at Paulson for homecoming, but also having the opportunity to get to 1-0 on the week and make some corrections that are much needed going into conference play. We're all excited to play in front of our fans and to actually be home. There's been 2 late nights coming back, 6:30 getting back from Nebraska and about 2:30 getting back from UAB, but to be back in the friendly confines of Paulson, we felt that electricity in game 1, and I hope that all Eagle fans will support this football team. I'm really proud of where they're at and what they're doing. I know that they're sad and hurt from this last football game, but they have such a magical opportunity that awaits them as we take one game at a time. And, we fed off that energy of game 1, and I know the excitement of game 1, being able to see a new offense and new systems. We hope that same excitement. We felt it from the student base. We felt it from the alumni. And one of the special things and one of the great weapons we have is this great stadium and our fan base, which I think is the best in our conference. So it's good to be home with our fans. It's good to get off that travel. It's good to hopefully go 1-0 on the week and be able to get to bed a little bit earlier than we've been getting. One of the things that you see, I think they're a team that has improved each and every week. You see them go from a Tennessee game, where they get outscored by a bunch, to all of a sudden they're in a heated ball game versus Western Michigan that either team could have won. And then the last week beating Murray State 31-0. They're a team that's improving with each week and gaining confidence. I think it's twofold. One offensively, you see a really powerful run game with a quarterback that's doing a nice job distributing the ball to a bunch of different wideouts, especially when they're in one-on-one coverage. One of the better fade-throwing quarterbacks I've seen in a while. He knows how to be accurate with the deep ball, so we've got a challenge there in our one-on-one matchups. But I think they've got a great balance between those two, a good, strong offensive line with 2 powerful running backs and a quarterback that, when given one-on-one, can be very accurate down the field. Defensively, they just play good, solid ball. You don't see them bust a lot of assignments that make you go the long way, and I think that's kind of fits their offense. They're an offense that you don't see a ton of 30, 40, 50-yard plays down the field. They just move the chains, and you're sitting on the sideline going, gosh almighty, want to get our offense out there, and they just continually move the chains and put points on the board. So it's going to be much importance, I think, for us defensively to get off the field on third down and not let that offense get going, in those high play count drive situations. And offensively, we've got to do a lot better job of protecting the football. We've got to do a great job of playing team aspect football. We didn't do that in the last game, and it ended up costing us.
And stay with us. High school previews coming up next. Wildflower Farms, located on Old Register Road in Statesboro, is a unique rental property for those visiting the Statesboro area. Located on a beautiful 6 acres just off the beaten path, Wildflower Farms has 4 bedrooms, including a game room and full kitchen, as well as an outdoor fire pit, and comfortably sleeps 8 to 10 people. And for those who may be in town for a show or rodeo at the Ag Center, a horse B&B is coming soon with 6 stalls and plenty of room to run in the adjacent pasture. Also available for events as well, you can book through Airbnb or call 912-536-7787 for more information. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
Owning a small business is kind of a big deal. State Farm agents can help you find the right insurance coverage at the right price.
Call State Farm agent Matthew Tyson in Statesboro today.
Well, the Statesboro Blue Devils went into the fourth quarter tied with Wayne County 7-all, and then the wheels kind of fell off, and they ended up losing that one 28-7. Hopefully they'll be able to rebound this week as they'll be hosting Burke County, ranked number 4 in the state. The Bears come in with a 4-0 record. We had a chance to talk with head coach Jeff Kaiser and a couple of players about how the Blue Devils are hoping to rebound and playing Burke County.
As I told our kids today, feel like we're giving them great effort defensively. Offensively, nobody wants to hear this, but we're close. It's just a matter of regrouping, putting it all together, and get some guys back after this week, being open after the Burke game and going into the region schedule. Feeling pretty good about it if we can get those guys back. It's not what we're doing; it's just we got to become more consistent. That and the really good defense. The last two defenses we played they're sporty, and but we got to be able to execute. We had 3 balls thrown that we felt should have been caught, 2 in the end zone. It's just little things that maybe not everybody notices, but that we notice. We blocked 5 of our 7 interior offensive linemen blocked, graded well enough to win. So we're close. It's just a matter of continuing to do what we do and iron it out, and hopefully going in the region schedule have it ironed out. Burke's always good. That's why we play them. We want to play good teams to get us ready for our region schedule. They're line up 100 different formations, so they make you simplify defensively. They just line up and scream to the ball defensively. So, you try to do some things alignment-wise offensively to slow them down a little bit. But we'll have some guys in some new spots up front due to injury, and we just do what we do, continue to get better and practice hard and get prepared each week. Well, we need a little luck. As Coach Russell used to say, you need a little luck, but we believe we make our own luck. We just got to keep playing hard and catch a big time break. When the game's close. We've balls bounced the other way the last couple of games in that regard. So I think the psyche of our kids is still pretty strong. So we'll keep on keeping on and let the cards fall where they may. And worry about controlling what we can control.
I feel like as a team, we're ready for the competition, but mentally we're not. Physically we're not either because everybody keep getting injured. It's not nothing bad on the team. It's just not nothing good on the team either. We just got to prepare mentally. Like, we come in the game every day. I mean, every Friday we come in the game, we ready to play, but once another team scores, like, we all get down. Everybody keep their heads down. It's not where a team's supposed to be. I just feel like as a team, we should keep each other up instead of, like, letting one mistake drive us down.
We're going to take this day by day, watch film, fix things that we messed up on, but we just got to finish. I mean, we can't play 3 and not finish 4. I mean, got to finish. If you don't finish, there's no point in playing. I mean, I feel like these games before Burke done prepared us. I mean, it's going to be a physical game, but I feel like we're going to regroup this weekend. We're going to be good.
Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show segment is brought to you in part thanks to Southeast Tire and Service. Southeast Tire and Service has been in business for 13 years, offering extensive vehicle repair and service from bumper to bumper. Come have a cup of coffee with us and let us help you with your car needs. Located at 400 Parker Avenue in Brooklyn. The Southeast Bulloch segment of our show is brought to you in part thanks to Bulloch Solutions. Visit them at bulloch.solutions to find out how they can connect you to the highest speeds for all your technology needs. The Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets coming off their first victory of the year as they were able to knock off Tattnall County 23-9 last week at Fred Shaver Field. This week, the Yellow Jackets will be on the road at Hephzibah looking to win 2 in a row as they get ready for region play that comes next week. We had a chance to talk with Jared Zito and some of his players about how they're doing and the matchup with Hephzibah.
Really, we really leaned heavily on our offensive line and our run game. Keon Taylor had a big night running the football, 178 yards up front. We did a really good job of coming off the football, trying to be physical, own the time possession, try to control the football and control the clock. Jabari Nunley came in, had a few nice carries as well. And then we had a nice touchdown pass to Colin Smith. Gage threw a good ball there on a little naked bootleg we have, and then we hit a backside wheel route to Keon late in the game, and it felt like we left some points out there. We were a little disappointed in our red zone offense. We need to finish a few more drives with touchdowns. I thought defensively, minus really 1 or 2 plays, we prevented the big play all night, and that offense is hard. Any kind of wing tee is a tough deal. And I thought our kids did a pretty good job. We played really hard on defense. And for the first time probably all year, I thought I saw a lot of hats to the football. We were getting to the ball in pursuit better than we have in a while. Well, I know this. Their offensive line's huge. It looks like 300 pounds across the board. The quarterback is probably their most dynamic player. Really good football player. Likes to keep the football, zone read stuff, and some design quarterback run game things. Got some good skilled kids. They're 2-2. They had an off week last week, so they're going to be probably a little rested, and if they had any injuries, probably healthy. Be another good game for us to kind of that last game to get ready before the region play starts. Trying to put a winning streak together, go on the road, get another W as we set up for the region play after that. But main thing is for us just keep getting better. We still working on tackling, still missing some tackles that we got to be cleaner about. And like I said, red zone offense. Those 2 things are really a point of emphasis for us this week.
I feel like it feels good to get a win. First couple games we started off rough, but now we got some of our key players back. So I feel like, they helping us out a lot, especially on defense and stuff like that. They got some decent bodies up there on front, but I'm not too worried about that. I play ball, so we'll see how it go like that.
Last week we had practice hard. The team, we got our star players back, like Ted said. So they helped us out a lot. Damien, he helped us out a lot. Pretty much our whole defense. All right, they play Hephzibah. Looking forward to them. They got some big guys out there, but we work hard in the weight room. Looking forward to play them.
The Bulloch Academy segment is brought to you in part thanks to Floors Outlet of Statesboro, located on Northside Drive. Come by and visit Mo for all your floor covering needs.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Pope. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
The Bulloch Academy Gators have had no trouble scoring points. The trouble this year has been on the defensive side where they've been allowing quite a few. This past week on the road at Augusta Prep, Bulloch Academy able to score on 3 of their 5 possessions in the game. Unfortunately, they allowed Augusta Prep to score on 4 of their 5 possessions and ended up losing that one 27-20. This week, the Gators are back home in a rare matchup with a AAA school from the GHSA as they'll be hosting Savannah High. We had a chance to talk with head coach Aaron Phillips and a couple of the players about how they're doing in the matchup coming up on Friday.
We don't, there's always more we could do on offense, obviously, but we ended the game with 361 yards rushing. And that's what we want to do. We want to establish the fullback. I think he had another 145 yards or something like that on the night, or close to it. And we scored 3 times out of the 5 possessions we had. Both teams wanted to run the football, and the game was over in, it seemed like 30 minutes. It was just, and we're doing what we want to do, and we've led every game this year at halftime. We just got to be able to finish and got to be able to close, and we, I think we have one guy that started last year against Cavalry game 1 on defense. We're working out the kinks. We're going to get better. You hate it that you've let 2 games you feel like you should have won get away from you. But, I tell the guys all our goals are right there in front of us still. What we want to do, our region is still right there in front of us. The playoffs are still in front of us. We control all that, and we want to be really playing our best football as we get towards the end of October and November. It's the first time, Savannah High's a 3A GHSA school. It's a big school, a lot bigger than us. We're going, they're going to come in. They're going to bring about 55 or 60 players, and it'll be a good challenge for us. They're going to have some good athletes who can get in space, and we got to be able to tackle in space well. And offensively, I feel like we're going to give them some problems. I mean, what we do, you don't see a whole lot, so which makes it, it's tough to prepare for in 3 days. As we can tell, a lot of people hadn't stopped us at all. I mean, after you lose as a coach, you self-evaluate. You go back and you watch every film and you break down the numbers. And, I think we're averaging somewhere around 360 yards a game rushing and 34-point-something points a game, So most coaches would tell you, yeah, I'll take that and we'll win every game. And right now we're just having a few little things not go our way, whether it be fumbles inside the red zone or whether it be, not getting a critical 3rd and 21 stop, to take a lead by 2 touchdowns and letting people hang around. It's just 1 or 2 little things. If we can correct that, I like where we're going and where we're headed.
We're a little down. We're disappointed that we lost. We came in the game a little cocky, and I believe we're better than that, though. I think we can beat Savannah High, though. We'll come back, work hard at practice, and do better. Real physical game, a lot of talent, a lot of speed, and our defense got to step it up a little bit and make the stop.
It's like Jack said, we're a bit down right now, but we're coming ready for this week's game against Savannah High. I'm going to be practicing hard. And like Jack said, defense is going to have to step up, offense too. We're just going to need to get better to beat better people. We need to improve in every area, just like every other team, but defense especially, we need to improve how we call, our linebackers calling the strength and the fronts and what we need to do. Linemen need to commit to their assignment. DBs need to stay on their guy. Offense, line needs to get the blocks. Backs need to make the reads, stuff like that.
And a reminder, the Portal Panthers in action as well, coming up Friday night as they'll be looking to rebound from their first loss of the season. They'll host Wilkinson County at 7:30. As for area high school softball, plenty of games this week, not many at home except the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets in action Wednesday as they were hosting Pinewood. Ended up being an exciting game. Let's send you out for some highlights. Southeast Bulloch in a non-region matchup at home for senior night against Pinewood. A good crowd on hand. The Jackets able to take an early lead here in the first. Delaney Thames starts things off with a single. Then with the bases loaded, the ground ball to third. Thames scores and it's 1-0. Still in the first. And it's another fielder's choice that will bring home Megan Newen, and it's 2-0. And then the ground ball by Lauren Erickson will score another, and it's 3-0 Jackets. But despite some nice pitching early on by Marissa Waters, the Patriots come back. With 2 on, Ramsey Middleton will launch This one up and away to center field. The 3-run homer ties it at 3-all. The Jackets battle back. Jaden Sherrod, the RBI single to center. 4-3 Jackets. And then Victoria Barton, the batter. And she'll take this one for a ride to left field. Her second home run of the season. A solo shot, and it's 5-3. But the Patriots able to battle back. The ground ball to short comes home, but 2 runs will score as the throw a little wide. Pinewood takes a 6-5 lead. Southeast Bulloch tries to battle back. Gets a nice play here. Sherrod the out at first, and then the throw home. Newman applies the tag for the double play. They'd get a chance on offense to tie the game. Waters doubles to the fence. She hustles into second in scoring position. But a nice play here ends the game, and Pinewood wins 6-5. And that'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.